Our next league tonight is going to be a revisit on Chandra Prison Tribal with a pivot. And so what I mean by the pivot is once we get to game one and we've completed game one, in game two we have the option to switch into more prison, which would be just a little bit of extra removal, or we switch completely out and try a Swift Spear, Eidolon, and Rabblemaster package, being that we would basically go into a more aggressive stance here. This list is kind of interesting because I've got it sorted in this way right now, but really I like to sort it and take this section, see some Pyromancers and these Wrath effects that we have, and look at it more a bit like this, where we have our utility here on the side. Now, this list is making the assumption that Chalice of the Void may not be very good. What I am looking at is ways to be more aggressive. And one thing that I've noticed is I don't think I need as much as I have here in the sideboard after playing a league or two with this. So we'll make one or two adjustments here to that. One thing I also noticed is although I like Chandra Acolyte of Flame, I don't know if I want to keep this main decked. We're going to keep it for this league, but I could definitely see where this would be switched out for something potentially like Koth or another 3-drop of your choice. So with that, the assumption is Chalice is not as good in the meta. We have Blood Moons and Bridges. This isn't going to rush out a Blood Moon very fast. It can do it a little faster on turn 2 on the draw with the Gemstone Caverns. But that's going to happen less times than we normally would think it would. With that, I think I'm going to get rid of maybe this Blast Zone here, add 1 Gemstone. So we're going to do that change. And then sideboard here, one thing that I saw that was interesting is Eidolon wasn't that important. And so I kind of want to try a couple Dragon's Claws for the Prowess matchup. I don't normally use Dragon Claw just because I don't feel like it's the greatest card, but I want to give it a shot. I kind of want to do one more Abrade here as well over the Eidolon, but I think it's tough to say. Maybe I do one Abrade over like a Slag Storm. Maybe I should just ditch the Eidolon and then just completely ditch this and then get something like a Storm Breath and give that a try. Just to have something kind of top end against blue-white. So with a few changes here, I think we'll try these small changes. We have Anger, Slag Storms, and Lightning Bolts for interacting with our opponents. A few Abrades here. Got some nice Chalices. Definitely Blood Moons. We could play a few more Maguses. They may be worth playing because we have so many Tron matchups that we're seeing out there. So this is something to maybe consider. We're going to try, though, maybe abrading away an Expedition map or getting just that Blood Moon a little earlier with Gemstone. Chandra Prison here, pivoting with a bit of an aggressive list here with the Swift Spears. We'll give it a shot. Let's play some Magic. Let's play some more Magic. Get done with that previous league. And we'll try a league without music and see how that goes here. To some degree, I like having the music for a more calm and chiller stream, but I do like to analyze and try to come up with what we're doing and kind of the lines. So sometimes that's hard to do with a little bit of the background music. It's really soft for you all, but it's super loud for me. Feel like I'm yelling sometimes. My wife says I'm kind of loud when I stream. I'm just yelling at you all. Maybe I should turn up something to make it so I don't yell as much. Who knows? All right, but let's Blood Moon some people out. Trying to find that red prison list that works. Kind of ditching Karn for a little bit here. I think Karn is a little bit of a trap until the meta kind of shrinks back down ever so slightly. What's up, KO? No rhinos tonight. No rhinos, but if the Abzan player is not going to play rhinos, why should we? No one's playing. If Abzan is not playing rhinos, why would we? These are the questions. All right, my opponent's a minute late to the match. They ran away. They hit okay, and they ran away. They're gone. They're not interested in playing Magic with us. Winning by proxy. Where are you at, opponent? We're here to play Magic. Where'd you go? They're going to be 2 minutes late now. Maybe their internet disconnected. I mean, I don't know. Here, we're going to use the full back of the chair here. It's supposed to support your back. Whew. Ah, that's comfy. And 25 minutes of fluffy ASMR. All right. Opponent mulligans to 6. We have a double Blood Moon, Anger, and Chalice. I think we'll keep this. Remember, we don't accelerate anything out really in this list unless we have a Mind Stone. And that's really accelerating to 4, not to 3. Temple Garden. Creatures are on the menu. Birds of Paradise. Cool. Well, Bridge is nice. Gonna work our way to this Chalice. Then maybe the Anger or Blood Moon. Make it happen. Let's see what we've got here. Maybe it's Heliod combo. Abzan colors. Feel like this is a plot against us. KO bringing the Abzan. Inquisitions here. Would they like Chalice, Bridge, Anger, or Blood Moon? We have, what, a 2-drop after this? What do we have? Takes Bridge. Okay. Follows this with a double white Stoneforge. So we can't get rid of Stoneforge because Anger. We do have 2 Abrades. So I guess we're going to play Chalice on 1 and hope to draw some lands here for the Blood Moon and the Anger of the Gods. Opponent gets a Sword of Fire and Ice. All right, we do hit our land. That's good for us. We can put a Chalice down on 1 past turn. Okay. They hit their land. They can now put the sword in and Stoneforge attach. That way the Anger doesn't get them. See if they want to get greedy like that. Sword of Shock and Draw. Green, white. Okay, they're going to put the sword down. They're going to attach it to Bird, or are they going to attach it to the Stoneforge here? Or are they going to choose not to attach it to anything? Now, KO. Now. Black, white mana. Attaches to Bird of Paradise. All right. New Chalice. We are going to go ahead and play a Blood Moon and pass turn. We don't have a way to kill this except finding a Braid, so we're going to find a Bridge, hopefully. Playing Blood Moon here, just to kind of stop the Stoneforge from flashing anything in, unless they want to use a Bird of Paradise. They don't have double white now, which is good. Are we going to attack for 3? Attacks for 2 plus the 2 sword here. Puts us down to 16 and draws a new card. They do not have white currently. Oh, how I need an Abrade. Real bad. Godless Shrine. 3 mana Sword of Feast and Famine. Okay. There's a Slag Storm. This is awful. Bird over Noble is a flex for sure. No, Bird's more appropriate in Abzan. All those Noble players in Abzan are funny. Backup Sword. We're gonna die pretty quickly here. Let's go ahead and use the Anger to get rid of the Stoneforge Mystic. That way, if they attach the sword, they at least tap out of their other source of white. Not that that probably matters right now. It'd be great if they grow the creature a little bit here so that if I do find my bridge, we're in good shape. Looks like they're gonna just attach, obviously. Hit us for 6, put us to 10. We're almost dead. This is also flying. I don't have a lot of things that protect against flying. Untap, make us discard, draw a card, hit us for 2. Down to 10. We'll have 1 less Blood Moon probably after this turn. Okay. Now what? No follow-up. Okay, so we do hit a land. Let's go ahead and try Chandra here. I'm going to go up for mana, and we're going to put another Chalice on 1. I'm not trying to put the second Chalice on 2 because realistically we could hit a Braid, and I don't want to necessarily limit that possibility. This also may gain us 6 life here with the Chandra. They go after us, so this gives us a turn to top deck a bridge or find a bridge on Chandra's uptick here, which is what we need. Friendly reminder that Monday is March 1st. What happens March 1st? Does 2 to Chandra here. It's kind of interesting to do 2 over here. Discard our Slag Storm. It becomes March. Truth. We get 2 looks here with a Chandra for the Incenarium Bridge. 2 looks here, come on. By the way, we're not going to sideboard into creatures, we're going to sideboard into that removal that we have. Dark Confidant here, oh, okay. Bridge. That's not a bridge. Optic. Bridge. That's not a bridge. Alright. Opponent kills us. Last God, I watched like nothing. Nothing. Alright. Abrade's in, Slag Storm's in. Let's see here. Chandra, Acolyte of Flame can be ditched here. I wonder if these Chalice of the Voids are any good. Let's take the Chalices out. Chalices out. Let's go. 1 by proxy. Whoa, Casey. Whoa, calm down there. So just removal here, taking the Chalices out, and the Chandra. The Chandra is interesting because you could rebuy some of the removal pieces that we have, which could be nice as a late game threat. But early game, I don't see a reason to have this Chandra in here. It's just going to get picked off by a creature. Let's play first. Let's keep a hand with a bunch of Abrades, work our way up to Chandra Heart of Fire, and make it so. There's no bets though, Casey. There's no betting. And there's no channel points rewards right now. All right, Mountain Inquisition Thoughtseize from my opponent. Nope, they play a bird. All right, well, we're gonna shoot the bird. Gonna shoot the bird. Get it out of here. Go ahead, opponent. Just gonna shoot everything on sight. Could change. Now you're just addicted. Calm down. Extra bird here for my opponent. Plays an Overgrown Tomb and shocks us into play an Elves of the Deep Shadow. All right, we're gonna abrade the Bird of Paradise again and pass turn. This is shutting them off of white. Considering they shocked in an Overgrown Tomb, I'm feeling confident they don't have white. Yeah, KO, you happy about this list now? Elves of the Deep Shadow? Now this one's a flex over Noble Hierarch. This, interchangeable. This, that's a hard flex. This could be a Noble, they could be getting their white mana. What is this? Hypnotic Scepter? Dun dun dun. Deals damage to an opponent. That player discards a card at random. All right, well. May the odds be ever in our favor. Bridge and pass turn. Hope stream is going well so far. It's going decently. We're trying to find some folks to watch us. We have a 1 in 3 chance of hitting Chandra here. KO, calm down. They're only playing some green mana thing at the end step here. Tuning in to boost those numbers. Appreciate it. Really excited to see where you take prison going forwards. Oh no, they found white. We're dead. Abrupt Decay. Assassin's Trophy. None of those because this just went up to Maelstrom Pulse. I'm just kidding. Attacks me. Fingers crossed. Do not discard Chandra because she will be amazing going forward. Please do not discard Chandra. This is at random. One in 3 shot. And she just goes careening to the graveyard. And they have a pulse. Now I get the bolt. Now I get the bolt. You jerk. You jerk bolt. Straight to the bin. She couldn't retire fast enough to the Rip land. Gosh, now I have a Mystic to deal with here. I mean, whatever they put into play here, they can probably pay for it. So this isn't even worth killing. This is probably what I have to kill. D35X, what's up? How's it going? Discard Chandra straight to the bin. Sword of Fire and Ice. Combat. We're gonna kill this Scepter. Obviously. Yeah, you hold that one back. That's right. Be scared. What is this? What are you doing, opponent? Your attack. They're gonna probably boost this by 2. I'm gonna cry. All right, we don't have to discard anything else. We're good. We're good. They don't play Sword of Fire and Ice down. Well, probability of having another thing to remove Bridge. High. Infinite? No. Resolves. Bridge is in play. Don't Abrupt Decay this. Don't Assassin's Trophy this. Leave this alone. I guess Chalice Someone's pretty good against them. So this is Sword of Fire and Ice into play off Stoneforge. Oh, now it can be played and attached here. I blame KO Diamonds for this lost today. 2 bridges are down. We have 2 more to go. With the Sword of Fire and Ice in play, we now need an Abrade. We only have 2 of those left in the list. They're full of secrets. Maelstrom Pulses, Claims, Hypnotic Specters, Deep Shadows. Plays this in to leave 1 mana open for something else. Instead of cracking this and getting this on Stoneforge and attacking with both. Hits for 3. 2 more. Draws card. Hoping to draw what? That bird? Slap that bird down. You got it, opponent. Bridge. Slagstorm. Kills 1 creature, not the other. 3 mana, remove Stoneforge. I take 5 a turn now. I'm not sure I can beat a Sword of Fire and Ice unless I find the Abrader Bridge. We have 4 outs that I'm most interested in getting. A Chandra Heart of Fire buys us a little bit of time because I could go up and she'd go to 6. That doesn't die to Elves plus attack. So that could be a thing. Oh gosh, another Stoneforge Mystic. All these draws were like 1 turn late. Welcome to prison. Your jail cell's over there. Go sit down. We'll bring you your lunch later. I feel like I have a good matchup against my opponent. And I feel like they've gotten a fairly good set of draws here with the Pulse, the Claim, this Hypnotic Scepter being a perfect discard. So that's like a Thoughtseize. Killed the birds to try to keep them off white. Maybe my attack on the birds was aggressive with the Abrades. You could make an argument that I was aggressive with that and I should have held the Abrades. I would accept that criticism right now. Jund and Abzan just look at their jail cell and the 2 mana 6/7 says nah. Down to 11 we go. Opponent draws another card here. Another Hypnotic Scepter. So they're not just a one of. They got a few of those. 5, 6, 7, 8. I have a top deck bridge that's my out. I can top deck a bridge. And if they have no removal for it, we could potentially win. Let's go. Right here. Right here. Next card. It's got to be the bridge. 2 hits. 2 out of 46 chances to hit. Placing bets? Nope. Nope, we don't do that here anymore. KC, we gotta curb that. What's up, Arthur? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Scepter makes me discard Gemstone Caverns, and Sword of Fire and Ice hits me for 2 and draws a card. If my opponent plays a Noble Hierarch here that would get under the bridge, I think I will flip out. Silent Clearing's a redraw. Cantrips with that Silent Clearing. Green mana. Oh, Deep Shadow. Almost thought it was a Noble. Bridge? And bridge only is what I'm asking for. How far do we think the bridge was? How far? Oh. Do we draw another land? Nope. Oh, there it is. I wonder where it is. Let's keep looking. Okay, keep looking. How there it was. It was about 30 cards down. Woo! We were almost there. We almost had them. It's close. You love Elves of the Deep Shadow? KO is immediately going, all right, I'm brewing this up. Hypnotic Scepters, Deep Shadow, Birds of Paradise, Nature's Claim. They just like don't care about Chalice. Got that random discard that's gonna hit perfect. Never gonna lose. KO, can you please change your... You need to change your emote. You don't play Rhino anymore. You even said Rhino's not good. Are there any powerful utility lands left in Modern? Academy of Ruins is pretty powerful at times in the right lists. Blast Zone's pretty powerful. Mutavault can be powerful in a zoo style list. Tron mana is pretty powerful. I think you're asking a question that is dependent on the lists. Trade Binder Abzan with Stoneforge Mystic Package. That's exactly what we just battled. All right, we're gonna try this. We got some removal pieces here. We've got ways to look deeper into our list. I like it. Let's not get Thoughtseize. Let's see if Blood Moon's really good here. Bloodstained Mire here. No fetch. We'll play Mountain Goat. Mountain Go. Watery Grave. Shocks in. Opt. Grixis Death Shadow? Maybe. They put a card on the bottom, and they take their random draw. Flooded Strand. That's not very Grixis Death Shadow-like. This is starting to look like Esper Control. Though they did shock in. Kind of interesting. Maybe needing that black mana for something in the future. Alright, we hit a land. We hit a bridge, which is probably not very good. Player Maze Mind Tome. They don't do anything about that. We'll pass the turn. Okay. Okay. Steam Vents. So we are Grixis in colors. We bolt ourselves. They bolted themselves. Now what? They bolted themselves. That's crazy. We have a crazy person across from us. Why would you do that? The bolts should be going to my face, not yours. Thought seizes us. There goes Bridge. Bridge is gone. Say goodbye to Bridge, everyone. Bye, Bridge. Bye, Bridge. Takes Blood Moon. Chances of my opponent having a Stubborn Denial here. Pretty high. I'm just gonna hang out here with this double bolt. They're like, whoa, you didn't play Maze Mine, you got that bolt. No land, basic island. There's a Death Shadow. It's a 4/4. Stubborn Denial is now online. I can double bolt this. You didn't see that shadow coming at all? Let's scry here. There's a land. I'm gonna put the land on top there, and I'm gonna pass the turn. And we may try to Abrade Lightning Bolt this. I'm confident they have a Stubborn Denial. We're also leaving ourselves the ability to double bolt them. There's a street wraith. Extra land here. Are they going to go for it? Am I going to die to fetch shock? One bolt gets through. There's 6 damage. I mean, am I dead? Down to 4. Teemo Battle Rage? Teamer Battle Rages. We go to 2. Do you have a bolt opponent? I will attempt bolt number 1. I will attempt bolt number 2. Winner. I guess they had no way to protect from bridge. Otherwise, why not stubborn denial? We would scry that to the bottom and draw another bridge. Get wrecked, nerd. All right, Swift Spears are coming in. Rabble Masters and Slag Storms are coming in. We're bringing the whole enchilada. Whole enchilada. Chandra's out. A Braid's out. Acolytes out. Anger the Gods out. We're leaving the Slag Storms potentially in. I don't know. Do we need these? The answer's no. All right, let's go. I did 6 damage. I did. We did so much damage. I don't understand why they didn't have a stubborn denial and they went for so much damage there. That's crazy. They're crazy. All right, we'll keep this. We'll keep this. Get rid of that Mind Stone here. Turn 2 Maze Mind into turn 1 Maze Mind into turn 2 Blood Moon seems reasonable. With backup Bridge, it's looking real nice. Do we think they might have explosives for those? They might. I'm not worried about them. Are you worried? Are you worried, Draven? They'll have their basics for the EE. Also, the EE on 0 for Chalice is not a problem, just a thing they could do. My opponent learned nothing last time. They're shocking. They're doing these things. There's a Thoughtseize. Do I play around the Stubborn Denial again? They're going to take one of these. 100%. I think I'm going to draw with this Maze Mind Tome. I'm going to scry first. Bottom that. I'm going to take my draw and then draw again. Ooh. Oh, that makes things very interesting. Very interesting indeed. They'll never expect this, right? What if I just sit them? Just sit them at... Let's take a draw here. Let's draw first, and then I'll play Swift Spear and I'll sit on it. It's just gonna sit there, do nothing. Boom. I'm not putting you below 13. You gotta be kidding me. All right, we're looking good here. Played around the Stubborn Denial with excellent precision. We have now an aggressive creature here. I can only but see that my opponent is desperately worried. We're going to scry for land. We'll put that on top. That's fine. It's not exactly a land, but it'll work. Prowess trigger. Mind Stone into play, and I think I'm going to pass the turn. They seem like a generic shadow player. Look at this push target. They don't have push. They took push out. Why? Because they know we're prison. All right, Watery Grave here. We do shock. All right. All right, we're ready. We're ready for a battle. Pushes, Swiftspear. Goodbye, Swiftspear. Goodbye. All right, we'll scry once more. Gain a little bit of life here. Put that on top. Play new Swiftspear. My opponent did not play Douse Shadow down. Tempted to attack now. Gonna wait though. Hey Fuff, what are you playing today? Haven't tuned in for ages. We're playing Chandra Red Prison and a Dragon Stompy Red Prison next. Polluted Delta. Snapcaster. Targeting. Targeting Thoughtseize. You're funny, opponent. Try again. Thoughtseize go bye-bye. Top deck land, and I might just go ahead and try to force this bridge down. All right, so we did hit a land here. I'm gonna go ahead and play down a bridge. We'll see if they have Stubborn. I can now attack with Swiftspear, and we have Lightning Bolt. I'm feeling okay about where we're at here. I'm not too concerned. Let's get in there. Woo! Attack. Down to 9. Go ahead, opponent. Down to 8. Ooh, risky we are. No further, though. Only 8. They're feeling good about their Death Shadow now, but the bridge is already in play. It's too late. It's too late, opponent. Dreadbore's my creature. Attacks with Snapcaster. I'm at 24. I will take 2. We're going to fire off a Lightning Bolt. They don't know what this last card is. This would be a perfect time to Stubborn Denial. They don't. Extra land here. Let's play a Chandra down. Cool. Do you have 2 Stubborn Denials? You have a Disdainful Stroke? Oh my gosh. That's what they've had. Will you revisit Mono Black Prison again? We only just played that on Wednesday, right? We just played that. All right, sacrificing Mind Stone because I drew a land. Play Swiftspear down. We'll play our land past turn. A little bit awkward that I have a Swiftspear here with a bridge, but we know the bridge should be pretty good here, so not maybe totally disappointed. Take our draws. I'm going to hold this land here in case I want to attack with Swiftspear at any point. I don't expect my opponent to have Swiftspear. Thoughts on Girl Prison? Less pawns and more prison. Prison Discord's pretty up on that one. They think that's one of the better ones to go towards. We have a Bloodstain Mire. It appears my opponent is flooding. Play our land past turn. We've hit our Gemstone Caverns, 3 of the 4. All right, Draven. I will. You take care. Have a good day. Flooding for my opponent. Here we go. Seasoned Pyromancer looks good here. Makes us a few tokens and makes it so we can attack around the Snapcaster Mage. Just kidding, no tokens because nothing's here. Let's go ahead and attack. And we will attempt a Lightning Bolt here. Yeah, they're flooding quite a bit. Block. We will bolt them to put them to 1 here. And this then is a good trade. Then next turn we can Rabble Master and we have 2 creatures attacking. Guess I shouldn't F6 in case they have like a remand. Teamer Battle Rage's Snapcaster. Okay. So it will trade with the Swift Spear. We are putting them to 1, which is pretty good. They don't want to fetch anyway because a lightning bolt's about to hit them in the face. Whoa. We fetch. So they have a counter for this lightning bolt now? I will obviously pay for the first one. Do you have a second one? Snapcaster into Stubborn Denial here. All right, so we trade here, and then we don't get the 3 in because they get double Stubborn Denial, and they have an extra Snapcaster. All right, sounds good. Well, why wouldn't they trade? Teamer Battle Rage was used. What do we got here? hard cast Street Wraith. All right. Play a Chandra here. We're gonna go up for damage. Rabble Master next turn. We could have played Rabble Master there and make more tokens. We're at 22. My opponent's at basically 1 here with this Chandra. That worked for us. Ooh, Seasoned Pyromancer. All right, we got there. Is that like a 4 for 2? Something like that. It was kind of big. Kind of big trades there. That was a weird hand they had. I think they just got unlucky and flooded out though. That's true. The bridge lets us hold them back until we're ready to smash face. That being said, if we drew the Seasoned Pyromancer and couldn't play a land plus the card, then the tokens are let loose. Only downside that I see with Seasoned Pyromancer and sometimes playing Rabble Master. Match number 3. Oh my gosh. Varos is already raiding us? This seems early. Is this early? I don't know if this is early. I'm kind of worried that it's early. Let's keep. Look at this lightning bolt. All you miracle folks, you 4-color zombie fish, whatever you were playing. We got to get this wolf partner. We can try. We can try. Gonna leave bolts up past turn. Mastermind with the crowns. Eevee raid, now the night is totally made. All right, I'm watching for you. I'm watching. All right, Maze Mine Tome. Looks like we're against Blue Fish, 2 fish. The partner push, boys. It's gonna be tough. Hold my hand. Avaros, we should do Wednesday co-streams, but I stream on your channel because Wednesdays are always really low, and then I can avoid having low days. Just avoid them totally. Still get a stream in, but get to go with it. We can talk about it. What Last God's saying? I heard partners' considerations don't count raids. Correct, KO. They do not. They do not. But putting us further up helps other people find us. And I believe you actually get the raid views if people stick around for a while. So you can do that. And then I think people could like look around for another stream, but then come back and find us. Oh, it's not. What did they name? They named Human. They named Human. All right, I'm going to put the land on top. I wouldn't mind having all the lands we can. Let's go ahead and put down a bridge past turn. This is looking really good considering my removal package here. Last God. No, you're supposed to be like, shout out Varos. Define a while. It's probably better just to like refresh the page, honestly. All right. Aether Vial going in 1. The real MVP. Typical coming in clutch. We'll get there. We got a few weeks before we can apply again. It's a slow grind, but maybe by about summertime this year, we might be having the chance for the be checkmark twins with Varos. Imagine that. Snack time. Are you getting hummus? Are you getting cookie butter? Cookie butter? That's such a great idea, Evan. Everyone should get some cookie butter, dip some cupcake cupcake Pop-Tarts in it. Cookie butter. All right, my opponent's trying real hard to make these champions the biggest and the clutchest of creatures here. They're succeeding, by the way. This is a lot of damage. They're afraid to go above the threshold, though. Cookie butter with Frosty and Pop-Tarts? Isn't the gain 20? Gain 20 pound challenge? Yeah. Kite Sail Freebooter. Ironically, this helps us now, means this champion doesn't attack me. I guess I should scry here. Let's just scry because I want to hit F6. We can bottom this. We do not need a big Chandra yet. All right, Freebooter. What would you like? What are you buying? What are you selling? There goes Slagstorm. Attacks for 3. 4 because of Noble Hierarch. A little bit bigger because of Thalia's Lieutenant. Meddling Mage. Oh my gosh. I just got. I need that Chandra back. Huh. They named Lightning Bolt. I don't know why. Hits me for 5. This is a reasonable amount of damage. Alright, let's take a scry here to see what else we're drawing next. Mind Stone. Bottom that. Alright, so Chandra comes down here. I guess I have to kill the Meddling Mage here so I unlock the bolts. This way they have to top deck a Meddling Mage, or they're going to get bolted to death. Are they going to get bolted to death? Who knows? Aether Vial is at 3, and my opponent has now used a Horizon Canopy using 1 mana. They'll need mana plus Meddling Mage now. Using green here, they play a new Noble Hierarch, getting double Exalted triggers here, and plays a new champion. I think this is super aggressive considering I'll just Bolt and Slagstorm. Gets rid of Chandra, double Exalted here. Doesn't matter, we're at 15. We're looking good. We're looking good. We're going to gain 4 here too. Oh. Yes. Everything. All right, Kitestail connects. We are going to Bolt Kitestail. We are going to go ahead and do Slagstorm, 3 damage to each creature. And we'll pass the turn. I don't get rid of the big champions here. My opponent's got 2 mana, Vial on 3, and the draw for the turn. I feel pretty good. Opponent skips back to us. Maze Mind Tome activation gains some. We'll put a Blood Moon on top. Seems decent. Let's go ahead and play a Blood Moon down and pass the turn. Stops them from getting a Meddling Mage that they could cast off the Cavern of Souls. Only an island available to my opponent. We're going to look for ways to win this game. Play a Maze Mind Tome down and pass the turn. I wonder if I even draw with this now. I might. Worst case Deputy, possibly. I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw like a madman. Into the bridge I drew. I'm going to draw again. That was fun. That was fun. Let's just play bridge here. All right, from here on out, we'll go ahead and keep the lightning bolt open. If they were to play Deputy here, then they would get an 8 and a 7, hit me for 15. They get rid of the bridges, and then I could bolt the Deputy. So we're pretty safe there. Hit him with the S-Pig. We don't do that. We don't do that. All right, Abrades and Slagstorms here. Chalice can come out. And we'll do... I kind of want to get rid of a Seasoned Pyromancer. Maybe that's not right. Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. Let's do that. Hit him with the S-Pig. Skyclave Apparition, you think, is the card that they have now? Possibly. All right, we're going to keep this one. This one looks fun. Gemstone, Maze Mind Tome to try to find what we need. Remember, if you have 2 of these, please play one, then go to the next step, then exile the other one. If you play both of them, I don't know you. Unclaimed territory for my opponent. What's funny is we can't really hard lock them out with this build of Prison. It's kind of an interesting thing. Plays a champion. We play our Maze Mind Tome. We'll get 2 looks here to try to find a land. Doesn't the dragon stop their hate attacks? What? This one? Like, it could stop one creature, I guess. Kirkinator, what's up? How you doing? How's it going? Oh my gosh, I don't need another Slagstorm. I need a land. I don't even want to play this Seasoned Pyromancer. I just want to land here. Mountain. I'm going to take this because I can kill the Noble here, and it's unlikely that the champion gets out of range here. Thal, welcome as well. Thank you, everyone. Lots of subs coming in. Thalia's Lieutenant makes this too large now to kill, which is fine. We can work towards bridge now. Attacks for 4. Scry for that land again. Bottom. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We'll pass turn. We're getting rid of the land here so that we are not having too many cards in our hand going forward. Rewarded, we found the land. Thank goodness. Looks like a Mantis Rider here. This hits us for a ton. 5, 8, 9, 10. This is lethal in the air. We do get to scry and gain life, though. Okay. Needing a land. We find one. You don't understand why I didn't play bridge? Because I would have to keep... Okay, we can talk about that. Because I would have to keep this Gemstone Caverns, and that would guarantee that I would never get to cast these cards. Okay. That was... So people are like panicking about the bridge. If I do that, I'm almost guaranteed never to cast these. I'm tempted to, like... I'm tempted to Seasoned Pyromancer, honestly. All right. We're going to Seasoned Pyromancer here to create blockers. There's some red mana. Then I can play Land Bridge, and that will make the Mantis Rider not attack us in the air. That's why I'm the master. It just... very risky. Very risky. Looks like I'm going to get hit for either 4 in the air or a lot on the ground here. Here comes a Meddling Mage. Meddling Mage naming Bridge would be pretty good here. It's the only thing they're worried about. They do name Ensnaring Bridge, even though you can't read this on this card. So we take 3 in the air. I can make more tokens later. I need to hit a Bolt here for this. So Bolt is my out now. We do not hit it. All right. This is a tough set of draws. There's an Abrade the following turn. I think we just run it back. We're on the play now. Sounds like Fluffy has played 4 gemstones a lot. Yeah, I have. All right, 1 lander's here. No good. Let's mulligan this. You want Storm Breath. Easy peasy, you say. Easy peasy, you say, huh? All right, I have to get rid of a card here. It's probably a Scavenger Grounds, with the idea that I will play Slagstorm after Mindstone when my opponent has something, and then Bridge after. With the perfect 50-50 hindsight, it's easier to call out plays now, of course. It's a Noble Hierarch. I'm not going to bolt this one this time. We're going to just play Mindstone past turn. Now we have Bolt plus Slagstorm here in case they play Freebooter. This is easy, and then I run a league and a punt. Oh no! You got this, Kirkinator. You got this. They're going to take Slagstorm here. Slagstorm's the best card for them to take. They take Bridge. That's really interesting. All right, I'm going to just blow up the world here. I don't understand why they wouldn't take Slagstorm there and just force me to have the 1. Then they have 2 mana the following turn. That was a very strange take in my opinion. Maybe they just have another freebooter. All right. Play Bridge here, past turn. We're missing land drops. They're missing land drops too, though. I just run whatever is possible. Positive EV. Blue-black ninjas every time. The ninjas every time. Whoa, this is weird. Champion with a Noble. Whoa. All right, I want to get this Chandra down. We've just top decked into a Seasoned Pyromancer. We end up having a Champion of the Parish on the other side of the table. Winning this game probably comes down to resolving a Chandra and keeping it around. Playing Seasoned Pyromancer here, ditching 1 Chandra and 1 Bolt is probably the safest thing for us to do, creating blockers. This 1 Bridge could be important against Skyclave, for example, which would kind of mess up our Chandra play, making me want to almost do Seasoned Pyromancer, but I think we've got to try to win this game. So let's Seasoned Pyromancer. Let's get rid of Chandra plus maybe Bridge. Maybe Chandra Bridge here. Find the land, play the Bolt. Let's do that. What are lands? What are lands? Those are funny things. 12 cards deep, only 2 lands so far. Paper, I keep going back and forth between Bant Hexdrinker Blade or Jundlerist. Oh my gosh, those sound awesome. A little bit unlucky with the lands here. We'll just keep digging with Seasoned Pyromancers, apparently. Here comes a Mantis Rider in the sky. Mantis Rider, ETB, Thalia's Lieutenant. Smack for tons. Thalia's Lieutenant would be really good here for the champion of the parish. We'll be blocking with Seasoned Pyromancer if given the opportunity. No opportunities were given. Okay. Well, we finally find that land. Glad we did the Seasoned Pyromancer the previous turn. Thalia's Lieutenant is a very scary thing here. I could Chandra and uptick Bolt on Mantis Rider. I could get a Maze Mind Tome down. I'm really afraid of this Mantis Rider, though. I think this turn turns into actually Chandra downtick here and use blockers and hope they don't have another flyer. Alternatively, I could go up here and use Bolt on, say, Noble Hierarch. But if my opponent has something that flies here like a Skyclave, I think I'm just disappointed with the Mantis Rider sticking around. So the Skyclave would get rid of, like, the bridge if I did the Bolt plan, and then the Mantis Rider kills this, or the Skyclave comes in and kills this. I think removing Mantis Rider is important here. I'm not under much pressure. Isn't it better to just throw the second bridge out? We don't know if that's their answer, KO. I'm kind of thinking it might be actually Deputy, personally. So here comes the second Mantis Rider. Interesting they're not using Vial for this. Okay, so they do 3 at Chandra here. We need a lot of answers. we need a lot of answers. Let's try to Bolt Mantis Rider here, and then maybe use Seasoned Pyromancer, though. Maze Mind Tome's kind of tempting here, too. Let's do Maze Mind Tome because it gains me life in the long run. We'll pass turn. I don't know what they're playing. We have no idea. What's up, Brian? How's it going? 22 months. Those are good numbers. Double 2. Welcome. How's it going, Brian? Opponent cantrips a Horizon Canopy, leaving Aether Vial on 3 right now. Double 2s. My opponent's going to attempt to steal my Seasoned Pyromancer. Good luck. I'm doing all right. How are you? How goes it, Brian? Happy Friday. I'm going to actually draw with this because I have a Seasoned Pyromancer. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. These are all really good draws. I love those 2 draws. Always draw with Maze Mind Tome. Go ahead, opponent. Three drop. Skyclave hits bridge. Skyclave number 1. Saturday there. It's not quite Saturday here. We're chugging along on the Friday train here. Horizon Canopy. My opponent has found one of these Skyclaves. Can they find a second one? This would be good to kill because of Phantasmal Image. They would do 2 to Chandra, unfortunately, here. Auriok Champion. Okay. This is going to be a long game. 2 at Chandra. This means that I can't necessarily downtick on Skyclave. I mean, I can, but I kind of don't want to. There's a land. Let's go ahead and lead with a Seasoned Pyromancer after Maze Mind Tome activation. Oh, yes. Please. I'll take that Bolt. Auriok Champion here. 50 ticket Auriok Champion. There we go. Okay. Let's play her instead. That works nicely. Let's get rid of the Skyclave here so they can't copy in the future. And pass the turn. Okay, we have a game here. Go ahead, opponent. Finding Heart of Fire is a big plus for us. We can use Heart of Fire's actual ultimate in this build. Getting some bolts and some slag storms. All right, we're a few turns away from probably locking this one out. Never finding Blood Moon either. Interesting. Chandra Heart of Fire has a wall of text, which reads, discard hand, look at Exile 3, look at them, and do other things. Ooh, we have a 3-drop here. Mantis Rider, that doesn't increase anything. Okay, so land drop, Chandra. Uptick to see what we draw. A braid is really good. Let's destroy the artifact. Let's bolt off the Noble Hierarch. Let's go up here looking for Blood Moon. That's a lot of lands. Okay. Maybe I should have used Maze Mine Tome to look one deeper, but apparently I was just going to hit 3 mountains. New Aether Vial for my opponent. We are going to draw with Maze Mine Tome because we can get rid of it with the Chandra. There's our Blood Moon. I think I can just play Maze Mind, Blood Moon, Uptick. That seems like a reasonable turn. Uptick here, looking for whatever else. We find another Maze Mine Tome. Let's play a Maze Mine Tome. Let's go up with this Chandra. Let's play a Mind Stone here as well. I don't need another Blood Moon. Go ahead, opponent. We have Maze Mine, Maze Time, some Mind Stones we can use for draws. We're good. We're going to gain some life. We're going to do the things. This board state looks excellent. Let's go ahead and scry. I don't want that card. Bottom, scry. I'll save you for later. Draw. Nice land. Nice Slag Storm. Land. I don't want this Slag Storm. Let's go up. Looking for better cards here. We hit in a Braid. We'll destroy this Aether Vial. We hit another Bridge. We'll play that Bridge. We're going to go up with this Chandra. Anger's nice, but I don't need to cast that. And pass the turn. I want to do the most epic thing I've ever done with this list if the opponent lets us play a little bit longer. So we're going to clear the board a little bit here. And see if my opponent will give me the opportunity to get, oops, this Chandra up here to an emblem. I forgot to uptick this. I want to do so much damage. I think they're going to let me, so we're going to do it because we're kind of, no, I wanted to do the big damage. We were going to emblem and then use this ult to go get all of our bolts and like really drill home the damage to my opponent. But they didn't let us. We were sort of winning. Humans gets taken down by the Chandra Prison though. Currently 2-1. This is the hot stuff right here. Oh no. Excuse me. It's Russ. Let's play Magic. All right. I'm going to keep this because I have Chandra's. I don't know what Russ is playing. Probably Pyro Prison. Hate to jinx it, but I think we got this. I know, right? Mono Red Mirror? It could be. Could be. This list is... This opening hand's okay against it. He's not streaming? Oh well. He says hello. Says hello. He waves. He mulls to 6 here. Says hello, chat. How does prison win? By making you quit. By making you quit. Grayus gifting one over to the KO Diamonds. Uh-oh. Maria. Okay. Interesting stuff here. Mind Stone for us. Go ahead, opponent. I think we were in a good spot here against whatever Russ is up to. Looks like potentially counter magic. Let's ramp a little bit more here and see if I can get a Chandra Acolyte down. I don't think he'll counter this if he has a counter. Playing around a counter for this Chandra. Mana Tithe? Oh gosh. Didn't play around the Mana Tithe. Mana Leak. Perfect. Okay. Alright, we're playing some sort of blue-white control nonsense here. There's Detention Sphere. That's rude. That's rude, Russ. You got that Force Negation? I didn't think so. Take 2. Pass the turn. I don't know what Russ is doing. Russ is playing Magic. That's what's happening. They do not have Cryptic Mana here. Chandra is clear for victories. Land, uptick damage. Attempt to play Bridge for defense against Snapcaster. And pass the turn. Do you think that in a format like Standard Pioneer without fetches and less filtering that Jace the Mind Sculptor or Chandra Torch of the Amazing is more good? Chandra is probably. Because the formats that you're suggesting... I hope this isn't Big Teferi. It's Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp the Detention Sphere so they can get the Chandra here probably. I'm going to turn off auto yields here. It's be kind of interesting where this goes. The Charming Prince. So now what? What you're saying is printed in Standard? You're crazy. All right, I'm probably going to take a draw here. I'm assuming that the Detention Sphere hits the Chandra, which is a shame because Detention Sphere is not really a thing we can get. We're only going to draw with one of these. I want enough mana here to do 2 spells. We end up drawing Mountain, unfortunately. Draw another Mountain, apparently. Let's get rid of both Mind Stones now. 1, 2, 3, 4. New Chandra. Russ hates Force of Negation, so he's definitely not playing that. Uptick here. Mana, Anger the Gods, pass turn. This is where, as you would, Russ, say the opponent has everything. Russ always says that to people. He's thinking it. He's thinking it. He is saying that he gave us some stuff here. All right, let's go mana here to play around another mana leak. Let's get this Chandra Heart of Fire down. Let's go. I think I go up here and try to find a blood moon. Huh, blood moon. Huh, interesting. Huh, interesting. You love the trash talk? Russ and I get along. Oh. Snapcaster Mana Leak. Alright. Hit a Snapcaster. We have one card for Russ. I have double Chandras here that are nearly at emblem status size. Emblem goodness. Heart of Fire can get rid of Snapcaster. We got a bridge defending us. And Russ gives up. Nice. Okay. Poor Russ. We're ready for this matchup. The blue-white control opponent we are ready for. We are a touch ready for this one. I'm going to leave myself the Maze Mind Tomes over Braids. Don't think I'm going to need that. All right, Swift Spears, Rabble Masters, and a Storm Breath comes in here. This ends up giving us a little bit more reach here, and we attack at the low end, the mid-range, and the top end. Let's see if our blue-white player can handle this. Do you think Russ has put you on Red Prison yet? No. We've disguised it so well. They'll have no clue that is what we're doing. All right, remember, this list doesn't ramp anything out very quickly. So we'll do this. My opponent mulled to 5 for them. This is all in our favor here. We're going to just Mind Stone and then curve out. Curving out will probably result in Seasoned Pyromancer as our first threat. Play a Mind Stone. We have a Flooded Strand and a Ghost Quarter for my opponent. Let's see what they have. Prairie Stream here. 1, 2, 3. Seasoned Pyromancer. Gonna get rid of Anger plus probably the extra Seasoned Pyromancer here. Could do a land if I feel greedy that I'll get to Chandra. Let's not, because I can easily, from here, I could easily play land and then Seasoned Pyromancer and just flood the board with creatures. Get ready for Storm Breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Chandra Heart of Fire is our next play. Could even maybe Chandra Torch of Defiance if we wanted to. 2, 3, 4, 5. Heart. This will probably eat a counter spell. This, ironically, probably does less than this Chandra for this game. Mana Leak. No worries for us. Let's attack with the team. Do 2, pass turn. I keep thinking Heart of Fire is 4 mana, and then I remember it's bad. All right, 1, 2... Mind Stone. Blood Moon's interesting here. Combat. Blocks. This is an interesting play. I have to play a little bit differently with Russ. Currently their mana is interesting enough to Blood Moon. I'm going to Chandra here. This is going to force a counter rather than playing Blood Moon here and getting the counter. The reason to do this is because I have things at 3 I want to keep, and I'm going to attempt to get this Blast Zone off. Chandra's not going to win the game here. I believe I'm going to win through creatures. That is my guess. I need to shut off this Blast Zone. That's the hope. Playing a little bit differently than I would. In most cases, I would slam the Blood Moon, but because it's Russ, I trust he had a counter spell. And I want to play around it. All right, combat first. Russ is like, you always plays these game tight. No, I don't. I'm just bad at Magic. 1, 2, 3 here. We're going to attempt a Blood Moon Resolution, leaving ourselves with plenty of mana up. If they have one more counter here, then we slam down the Rabble Master post-combat here. My opponent could have a Cryptic Command. This is why we're attacking before playing things right now. Ghost Quartering their own land. Looks like we have some sort of Force of Negation here. Puts a Blast Zone up to 2. Blood Moon resolves here. Maybe. Gonna use this to get more blue or white. Choosing white. And we are going to go ahead and play the Rabble Master post-combat. Okay. I'm guessing Purge. They end up pathing our Rabble Master, and that's totally fine. That was probably going to happen anyway. We were playing that way to prevent counters. Could be a Verdict, but I have 2 Seasoned Pyromancers, and I'm totally okay with committing more to the board. As I said, I think our creatures are going to win this game, not a Chandra. We have a lot of extra draws here if we want to. The Seasoned Pyromancer is looking pretty good. We have a Flicker Wisp from my opponent. Flicker, Blood Moon, rebuy the Flooded Strand is an option. Here's where the Slag Storm's probably going to come in here. Attacks me for 2. Gives me back my Blood Moon. Well, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She could just win the game too. 3, 4, 5 here. Heart. I'm just going to do... I guess let's go ahead and go combat here first. And then maybe I can burn a Slag Storms. I haven't used the Chandra Heart of Fire yet. Let's go ahead and burn a Slag Storm. 3 damage to each creature. And now I can send 2 upstairs. Cool. Board's clear. 1 card in my opponent's hand. Seasoned Pyromancer, an upticking Chandra Heart of Fire. This might be done. It is Russ. We're smashing Russ. Could be a D-Sphere here. We're not winning yet. They've proven that they have ways to deal with our Planeswalkers. And give us the turn back here. We're just going to do 2 damage. Seasoned Pyromancer, and we have a Bolt now. All good. You got to move first, Blue Mage. You got to move first. No movement from our Blue Mage. Russ is apparently 2-3 on pace, 2-0 on pace for that 2-3. Play our land here. Gonna attack for a little bit of damage. Attack, we got the Bolt, we got the Chandra. Should be clear. Russ is giving us the good luck in our next round. Makes sense. We had the Bolt, we had the Chandra here. Drawing Anger, Seasoned Pyromancer, Blood Moons. We have a Remorseful Cleric, which does get rid of the Seasoned Pyromancer. And we have a Skyclave Apparition, but that does not hit Chandra, Heart of Fire. All right. 3-1. I'm telling you, I think this is starting to become one of my favorites, and we're having some pretty good success here with the Chandra build. If you do not have Karn, this is probably your list to go ahead and convert into, post-Simian Spirit Guide ban. We're having a lot of success with it. It seems to be working. I think the sideboard almost doesn't matter. Just be aggressive with whatever you're doing, and you'll be fine. Adding Karn, we're having a little bit of trouble with that. Keep the noggin going. We'll figure it out. Both games, Chandra was just out of reach for Skyclave. Exactly. 5 drops, so much better than 4 drops. What did I say? Creatures are going to win it. Creatures were going to win it. 5th and final match here in this league. We'll keep. These 2 landers are interesting with so many Maze Mind Tomes in the list as well. I'm finding that this is very beneficial in the Chandra build, and I think it may be beneficial in a Karn build. The problem I'm finding with Karn, though, is it doesn't have enough reach, and that's where I think Chandra's doing some incremental damage when they come down and exist, along with sort of a stronger presence of removal, is definitely more important in a creature-centric meta. And so that's why I'm leaning more on the Chandra side rather than on the Karn side. The positive record was achieved. You're correct, Grayus. Nice observation. We did it. Opponent mulligans to 6. We play Scavenger Grounds to hide what we're doing. I know I have Bolt. Don't worry about it. Ink Moth. Ooh. Ooh. All right, Maze Mind Tome. Go ahead, opponent. Hardened Scales. Raid Boss, Hardened Scales. We're going to shut down this Ink Moth. We'll see what else we've got going on here. Slagstorm and Lightning Bolt look nice, except against the Ozolith. There's an Arcbound Ravager. Judge, I need a card animation module. Can you please give me the CMC? It's 1. Thank you. We'll keep this on top. Thank you, Judge. Appreciate you, Judge. Thank you. All right, we're gonna play Blood Moon here. This stops the Ink Moths, which is what they're probably playing towards with this Arcbound Ravager. The reason I wanted to know about animation module is because it's kind of a jerk. I could also worry about that other Throne of Geth, but I know that's on 2. Animation module scares me because they end up making so many tokens. Throne is kind of dangerous. Maybe I should throw this to 2, but we have a Braid, so we'll see. Hangerback, Walker, and Walking Blister are the only non-2 drops. If they're playing Throne of Geth, they might have that as well. We're looking for a land if possible here. No green mana. That's... I haven't snap kept a card like that in so long. That was incredible. I'm gonna put this Chalice on 0. I'm afraid of Throne of Geth. Go ahead, opponent. A Braid was the legend card that we needed. Now they can't use Opal. Thank goodness we stopped that. I mean, Opal's a busted card. Another green source here. There is a Hangerback Walker. All right, we have a Hangerback Walker, an Ozolith, and Arcbound Ravager. If I go to bolt this, they grow Arcbound Ravager to 2. When they go to 2, I then abrade the Ozolith, it goes to 3. See what our top deck is. If it's a land, it means Chandra's online. All right, so Chandra is online. I should get priority back here. We have a stop. Thank you. I need the Arcbound Ravager to die. I don't care about the Ozolith that much. We probably have to abrade the Arcbound Ravager and bolt the hanger back. Bolting hanger back. Yeah, Ravager can get pretty big. We have a Chandra online next turn. Does that change anything? I think I have to abrade the Ravager. There's obviously a lot of things that could happen here. The Ozolith is going to have a lot of things after this on it, which makes it dangerous, but not crippling. And I'll have Bolt plus Chandra, possibly. Oh no, I won't have the Bolt because I'm going to use the Bolt. I think we go ahead and destroy the Arcbound Ravager, though. And then when the counter attempts to go over here, we bolt this, so there's just less of that nonsense going on. And then we'll probably Slag Storm. Still have that land, which is nice. And we'll go from there. This is 3 counters, which means that I can Chandra and hit something as well. But this will do, all of this is dead. And I guess we'll pass. I'm not sure if I'm drawing with Maze Mind Tome or if I am going to scry one more time. Need to find land and bridge. Wouldn't be bad. 2/2 Walking Ballista here, plus the 3 on the Ozolith. All right, we have to scry now. We need to find, like, removal for this, which will be our last abrade. The Chandra won't be big enough now. Bottom this. So now I need a bridge. This is a problem because it's too big now with the Ozolith counters on it. It's a 5/5. It's a 5/5. Oh, it's a bridge. Cool. Nice. Okay. Maybe they'll shrink the Walking Ballista so they can attack in. I don't think they will with an active Chandra here. This is going to be interesting because in a Karn build, which we just talked about not long ago, Karn would stop a lot of what's going on here. Unfortunately for us, we don't have Karn. I think I have to do Chandra here. We're going to go up for damage and pass turn. An extra bridge is actually not really needed. Go ahead, opponent. It's scary, but the Chandra makes this kind of interesting because at some point they're going to have to ping the Chandra or I emblem. We're looking for basically our next abrade if possible. So they'll grow Walking Ballista to 6. I don't see them shooting this down, but maybe they will. Shooting this down, I think, is incorrect. It's now opening up almost all my removal. All right. Our removal's up for 2 turns, it looks like. My opponent does not attack because empty hand. I do not have a Chalice on 1. I put it on 0. Mind Stone. We're going to draw with this Mind Stone. We'll draw in response to them pumping. It's right here. Chalice is on 0 because I threw it out on 0. Let's go ahead and activate. All right. There's our removal. We're good to go. By activating in response here, if they would like, they can shoot us once and then get under this. Under the bridge and attack me. But we're at a solid 22. Getting a little bit lucky, we do find the removal here for the Walking Ballista. Our preference draw now is Chandra Torch of Defiance, probably. Grows Walking Ballista and chooses that as their only thing to do this turn. This turn is an obvious Anger the Gods and pass turn. We need to avoid another Walking Ballista. They allow this to die so that the counters go back over there. Right? Yeah, so leaves the battlefield trigger. Okay. Well, extra Braids nifty here. It's probably our best card to have in hand. This gets us around a lot of problem future Walking Ballista issues. Here's this card, by the way, that I hate putting Chalice on 1. Just saying. If you put it on 1, Throne starts doing weird things. This is why we didn't put it on 1. I hate this card. All right, chilling, looking for answers, passing the turns. We need a win condition. We need a win condition. I guess they have green cards and red cards or something. Oh, snap, we have a forest. Ancient Stirrings. Ooh, okay. By the way, the Chalice on 1 would not be very good. There's Animation Module. They'll play that. Okay. Puts a counter on Ozolith. I'm gonna shoot this. I'm afraid of this creating so many tokens that when they find their Arcbound Ravager and Walking Ballista, they can do both in the same turn and grow something to be massive. There's a new Ozolith. All right, Seasoned Pyromancer digs us some cards deeper. Looking for those Chandras. Which we find none of. I'll hold on to this bolt. Maybe I get to attack. Maybe I get to kill something. Who knows? Unlikely to kill too much here due to the throne. We're out of a Braids, main decked. Again, looking for a Chandra to win this game with. When in doubt, bolt this, possibly. Hardened Scale shows up. Hangerback Walker. Four. All right, I can probably hold the bolt for maybe some weird interaction that we're gonna see later. Land past turn. There's a lot of problems happening here. Opponent finds a mountain. Nice. Ancient Stirrings. We're seeing where Karn would benefit us a lot. Karn would have locked this game out. We would be on to game number 2. What are the odds? I don't know. I don't know. Could be relatively high. Welding Jar is pretty good in their list. We have an Arcbound Ravager that's found its way onto the battlefield now. There's one of the pieces that we're worried about. I'm going to attempt to bolt this now. I don't see the bolt really happening. They just sacrifice this after putting token or counters on it. They have Throne to sacrifice this if they want. Animation module. Really, we just need a Chandra. All right. Wasn't planning for Bolt to win. We need to avoid a Walking Ballista, and we need a win condition. That's all we need. What's up, yellow box? Little yellow box. Okay. I miss Karn. Well, if Hardened Scales becomes a thing, the Chandra version will not be as good. We can pretty much back that. We're sacrificing Hanger Back Walker here. Animation module's doing its thing. You can make an argument that one of the cards they might have is Walking Ballista, which means we're just dead on board right now, if it is. They haven't spent another mana into this, though, and I'm a little surprised by that. They put everything over an Arcbound Ravager here. It's a 15/15. They're ready if I ever have a card in hand. They made it a 17/17. It's now a 19/19. Okay. It's now 21/21. I mean, I don't have a card in hand unless they have a way to bounce one of these. I'm going to turn off my auto yields. What do you got, opponent? You going to bounce something? Here we go. 3 mana. Oh my gosh. Three mana fling. The legend. This is what they've been holding. Oh my gosh, I'm not even sure how I'm gonna beat this. That's some damage. Whew. Woo! The Fury. Well. I know what I want to put a Chalice on, but we got to get Chalice on a million different things. All right, Psystorms of Braids. I really just don't see a Chalice being what I want to do. Throne of Geth screws us up so much if they get to do that. I got to have bridges down, removal. Let's just do this. This is going to be a tough matchup. I think we're a heavy underdog. They have lots of ways to get around our bridge. We don't have a Pythian Needle, Spyglass. We don't have Karn. Very unfavored matchup right now. But we'll bring in the Abrades and Slagstorms. We're going to still play more of the prison side rather than the attacking with Swift Spears and Rabble Masters, as they'll have creatures, and I don't see our creatures getting through. that 3 mana fling was nice. Pretty nice from our opponent. All right, D35, have a good sleep. Have a good sleep there. Hardened Scales, huh? We can do this. We can do this. A lot of removal, then a fast Planeswalker. That would do it. Nope. Nope. Grace is just redeeming decklist reviews as nope. What if I turn that off, Grace? Then you can't redeem your points. Then it would be a no-go. Fair. All right, opponent. What do we have? You're just hardened scales. Do your thing. Let's play first. Well, I don't really like this hand. Let's mulligan. Okay. We'll destroy everything they play and probably flood out, and that'll be our record on the league. All it was missing was 2-mana monkey. Two mana monkeys. All right, show me this Ozolith. Make it super easy. There's a Grove. Pass turn here. We'll probably have to abrade the Ozolith. Might have to. Might have to. We don't want something growing too large. Grafty land. Hardened scale. Scales of hardens. When in doubt, surgical them out. All right, I'm still going to kill the Ozolith here. Mana efficiency. Getting a few lands. Called the Ozolith. Calling the Flood. Is this going to be Hanger Backwalker next? No, it would never be Hanger Backwalker next. That would be ridiculous. Hanger back for 1/2 graft. Bolt it. Sad. Double graft. Who plays Magic in this game? This guy does. We can let both of this happen here. We can bolt and anger it. Bolt in response, nah. Let him use both grafts here. Nah, bolt's fine. After. Ooh, they don't put both. They're crazy. Alright, we'll bolt and anger here. I was hoping they would put both here so that the anger would and the bolt would do 6, and then I wouldn't have to deal with them. But they have they've left a graft land alone here. They've done it. Arcbound Ravager. This grows because of the graft land. It is at 4. Extra Arcbound Ravager. We are approaching death. Let's go ahead and deal 3 to each creature. They'll eat. Putting 2 plus the 2 that it gains here. It is now up to lethal with Inkmoth if they want to commit to it. Good luck, opponent. Do you want to? Is this a bolt? Will they go for it? Will you go? I'm going to pause here for a long time. Make them think about this activation. The mind games. Go ahead, opponent. Would you like to attack me? This feels bad. Resolves. Shall you not attack? No fear. None. None whatsoever. 3/2, Chandra Pivot Tribal here in Modern. Let's take a look at the list and see what we ended up playing here. All right, 3-2. Let's go ahead and look at the list. Pretty good. I think if we have the Karn variations here, we would be doing a lot better against, say, a hardened scales. But we can't always plan to play against hardened scales. I'm liking this list as a mono red Karnless version. I like the Heart of Fire. I think she's good. I think Acolyte's just here because I want it to be here. This could definitely be something else. Sideboard package definitely is working as an aggro package. However, we can probably chop some of it out. We did that today, getting a few of the Eidolons out of here and getting some Dragon's Claws. Never ran into Prowess. However, if we would have changed the Dragon Claws to, say, Pithing or Spyglass, we could maybe do something with that. So Chandra Tribal, definitely a threat here in Modern.